Removing negative people from your life is one of the most important acts of self-care you can practice. Constant exposure to negativity can drain your energy, lower your self-esteem, and impact your mental health. Depending on how close the person is to you, a close friend, a family member, or a coworker, removing them can mean anything from setting strict boundaries to going completely no contact. Here is a step-by-step guide on how to distance yourself from and remove negative people from your life. 1. Identify the source of negativity before taking action. Confirm that the person is truly toxic or chronically negative. Ask yourself, do I feel exhausted, anxious, or drained after interacting with them? Do they constantly complain, gossip, or play the victim without ever trying to fix their problems? Do they dismiss my achievements or celebrate my failures? Is the relationship entirely one-sided, where I give support but receive none in return? 2. Start with the fade, gradual distancing. If you don't want a dramatic confrontation, the best approach is to slowly reduce your availability. Take longer to reply. Don't respond to texts or calls immediately. Wait a few hours or even a day. Keep responses brief. Give short, polite answers that don't invite further conversation. For example, hope you're having a good day, instead of a long paragraph. Decline invitations. Start saying no to hangouts. Use polite but firm excuses like, I have a lot on my plate right now, or I'm focusing on some personal projects. 3. Use the gray rock method. If you cannot avoid this person, like a coworker or a family member, become as uninteresting as a gray rock. Toxic and negative people feed on emotional reactions and drama. Give neutral, non-committal responses like, okay, or I see. Do not share personal information, your feelings, or your opinions. Do not argue or try to defend yourself. Eventually, they will get bored and look for a more reactive target. 4. Set firm boundaries. When you are forced to interact with them, control the terms of the engagement. Time limits. I only have 10 minutes to chat right now. When the time is up, physically leave or hang up the phone. Topic limits. If they start gossiping or complaining, redirect the conversation or shut it down. I'm not comfortable talking about this. Or, I'm trying to stay off negative topics today. 5. Do a digital detox. You don't need to be accessible to everyone 24/7. Mute or unfollow. Mute their posts and stories on social media so their negativity doesn't appear on your feed. Restrict. On platforms like Instagram, use the restrict feature so their comments are only visible to them. Block. If they are harassing you or the negativity is severe, simply block their number and social media accounts. You do not owe them an explanation. 6. Have a direct conversation, if necessary. If the person confronts you about your distance, or if it is a close friend who might be going through a hard time, rather than just being inherently toxic, you can be honest. Use I statements so they don't feel attacked. Say, I'm going through a lot right now, and I need to focus on my own mental health, so I need some space. Say, I've noticed our conversations tend to focus heavily on negative things, and it's bringing my mood down. I need us to keep things more positive. 7. Go no contact, the clean break. If the person is abusive, highly manipulative, or refuses to respect your boundaries, you may need to cut them off completely. Tell them clearly, this relationship is no longer healthy for me. I am ending our contact. Block their phone number, email, and social media. If you share mutual friends, ask those friends not to share information about you with that person. Note, you do not always need to have a final closure conversation. If the person is toxic, seeking closure often just gives them one last opportunity to manipulate you. 8. Fill the void. When you remove negative people, you will suddenly have extra time and emotional energy. It is crucial to fill this void with positivity, otherwise you might feel lonely and be tempted to let them back in. Invest time in friends who uplift and support you. Pick up a new hobby or revisit an old one. Focus on your own goals, fitness, and mental well-being. A final thought. It is normal to feel guilty when you distance yourself from someone, especially if they have been in your life for a long time. Remember that protecting your peace is not selfish. You are not responsible for managing other people's emotions at the expense of your own mental health.